Hello, welcome. Hope you're doing. Hope you're all doing well. Almost well. Basically, the weekend. Thank goodness. Going to be taking a look at Starfield on my 4090. We've got the DLSS 3 actually added in game now. I know we tried it out with the mod before, but I thought I'd take a look at it. Added properly into the game, and also I think it's had a couple of updates since I played last, so I'm thinking actually just the overall FPS should hopefully be a lot higher with zero stuttering. At least we can hope. So I'm at 4K right now. We'll do 4K. I'm just going to quickly do 4K native first, just so we can get a rough idea of like any updates that have actually just improved the kind of native performance, and maybe try out, see what it's like in the kind of big city, because that was always the worst. But we've got everything maxed out, so we've got the upscalings here, so we can, and frame generation here too, so we'll switch that on, but we'll just check. We'll see what it's like first, just with that off. Let me sort the overlay as well. Luke, hello. Don't know. I've not actually completed this game either, so I don't really know how close to the end now I am. Let me know if the game's too quiet or too loud as well. So I've got to remember how to play this. What planet is the main city on? Is it this? Is it this? The lodge is here. What is this city called? I can't remember. Why don't you have the update? Because you're not the benchmark boy.
Hey.
Carl, hello. I'm good. How are you? And look at my absolute Chad. He looks like Buzz Lightyear. I'm just gonna have a little run around here.
Having a good one?
See what it's playing like. It feels better to me. Like already. Frame time looks nicer than I remember it. Is this with the DLSS mod? No, this is actually proper in the game now. You don't need to mod DLSS anymore. A little bit of a stutter then. I think yeah, definitely an FPS improvement. I'm pretty sure this area was kind of hammering us into the 60s at least. From what I remember. But it seems to be holding up closer to 80 now. And no issues when we run around here either.
Just say it. I don't want any of this passive-aggressive crap.
I think a lot of that's been improved, which is good. And then if we switch on DLSS 3. So yeah, it's been added properly in the game now. So obviously we didn't have the DLSS option before. All you had was FSR. But now you can switch it along more. Let's put it on... Interesting, we have... Oh, that's DLAA. Put it on DLSS quality with frame generation on. And is it going to crash my game? Not another frame generation crash. I did actually fix the COD one now. I had to verify the game files. Oh no. Blue screen, the blue circle loading. Oh no. It's game's gone. Alright, maybe I gotta do it from the menu. No, not a good start. No, so the reason you can't get it in Steam is because it's a beta, which explains why it's crashed. It's not in the official game yet. You have to change the game to beta in Steam. Okay, cool. Oh, will it let me do it with DLSS on, though? Let me apply that first, make sure that's applied. On DLSS, what does this mean? Right, I assume maybe it's probably not a good idea maybe to do it mid-game. Maybe it struggles with that. Seems like it switched on now. We'll go back. I don't know if it would have saved where I was. Sorry, give me one sec. Strong Elite, hello! Nvidia drivers suck for you too? No, it's not an Nvidia driver thing. This is, like I say, this is in beta. The game version is in beta, so probably expect a couple of crashes, probably. Like, the DLSS 3 function within the game is in beta, so it's not gonna work completely perfectly just yet. You've got it on Game Pass. Oh, I don't know how that works then with that. I don't know if it's available to you. In Steam, you have basically, you can modify the game. Not modify, but you just change the game to beta. And then you have to update it, and you can then use it. So yeah, we've gone from 80 FPS here to 130, round about 130, 140. Pretty big increase of FPS there. Trying to remember actually what we had with the mod. I think it was similar, was it? I do know we did have some crashes with the mod as well, as you'd expect. Interesting we're getting DLSS 3 before FSR 3 in this game though. I thought we'd definitely see FSR 3. Look at these trees. Why do they look so bad to me? They look worse than I remember. Pretty nice frame rate though. Obviously VRAM with frame generation on's gone up a little bit. We had gone up by about a gig. I think we had just about 8. We're about 9 now.
Everything good? We're here to help.
Game definitely feels a lot nicer than I remember though. Chum, hello. Sounds like I've been at the pub. I haven't been to a pub in 10 years. Yeah, I don't know with Game Pass. You might not be able to do it in Game Pass. You might have to wait for the official like patch for it to come out. So yeah, it seems, I mean, very good frames here. Hi Jordan, hello. Is this DLSS 3 from the beta patch? Yeah. Should I maybe... I mean, I'll put beta in the title just because then maybe people know. Do I? Because last time I put mod. So... we're definitely not using the mod. This is the proper in-game version. Maybe, like, people will get more confused if I put beta. See what we get. I mean, this is the most demanding area, and the lowest we saw was about 130, so it's likely we get over 150 in a lot of areas. Could easily drop to 50, yeah. So the game itself, without even DLSS 3, is like, I didn't see lower than 70, and for the most part, we'll be getting 80. So the actual just base performance has been improved quite a lot since I last played as well, and that's not even including DLSS 3.
Let's chat.
So that's just by itself is decent, and it feels a lot smoother than what I remember too. It was always quite stutter in that city. Right, I need to try and... I just completely forget how to play this game. Will this game get path tracing? It'll probably get a mod, won't it, at some point? I should imagine. So in space here, we're getting 160, which is good. And I forget as well how, like, kind of not really very brutal on my hardware this game is. You know, looking at, like, VRAM, power consumption, all of this. 270 watts. Easy. I just try to figure out, like, how do I look at my missions and stuff? So this mission was bugged, wasn't it? Do you think that that's been fixed? Let me try it. That was bugged last time, wasn't it?
I have something for you.
GPU not 100%. That's why what? We're at 98%. It doesn't make a difference between 98 or 100. I'm not sure what you mean, that's why not native. I don't know what you're talking about. We are maxed out, 98%. A lot of games you won't see 100. You'll have to elaborate, because I don't really know what you're saying. This looks nice. Now this mission inside where I had to talk to that woman was completely bugged last time. Answering the questions in the Discord. No worries. At native 4K. Yeah, at native 4K it'll use more than 300, yeah. But even still, that's very low for my 4090. Like, the game even at native is very good on the hardware. Like, my TDP is 450. We're nowhere near that. Where's the woman? Oh, I turned off, Oh no, it's still bugged.
If you fancy yourself a red mile runner.
No. Stefan, hello. Callisto Remnant 2. I'd play Callisto Protocol. I can't really stand Remnant 2. I didn't enjoy that game at all.
Play by the house rules, or you'll find yourself on the other side of an airlock without a helmet.
Still bugged. DLSS 3, it's still in beta at the moment. We're at Ultra, no. We're at Ultra, look. We've got DLSS on quality frame generation. How do I see the missions and stuff? I forget. How do I do it? Missions L. So we can't do that one, which is annoying. Retrieve the security, wear a suit. How do I track them? Try a different one. So here, our frame rate has come down a little bit, isn't it? I remember when it was snowing on this planet, it absolutely ruined my frames. Have I completed the quest here? No, it's bugged. I can't. I've got to talk to the woman, but it won't let me. I had this issue last time. Last time I played, so I had to just give up.
I need to talk with you.
I thought maybe it was fixed, but it's not. It's still bugged. I just can't. It says I have to talk to her, but then you can't press E or anything to talk to her, so it's just like it's just broken. I had one other mission that was broken as well, but I managed to like fix it. But I don't know the way around this one. Mudhorn, I'm good. You've been playing Diablo 4? What's that like now with the new season? Is it worth playing again? Right, we got another mission somewhere. Where is it? Oh, we're going to Mars. Why can I not stand Remnant 2? It's just very repetitive to me. Game boring. Yeah, it's just not my vibe, like, at all. It's just very repetitive and grindy, and I've played it a couple of times. I think we did a couple of streams on it, but it's just not really my thing. And, like, Callisto Protocol, I think, is really good. If you're coming from Dead Space, and you enjoyed the Dead Space remake, I mean, Callisto Protocol is, like, it's a similar game, you know? So I'd much rather play that if coming from Dead Space. And it's probably cheaper as well, if you don't already have it.
So no may be rough around the edges.
So
but
I
it is
think
utterly
this mission
monumental.
was also bugged, was it? The door is locked up here. Yeah. What was the optional mission? This isn't going very well, is it? Pay off the debt. I can't kill the space leader in the deep mines. How do we do that? Is that another way to get in there?
Hey, you looking for anything in particular?
Deep mines. Oh. It's giving me two.
Good old Davis Starfield. You won't find anything flashy here. It'll get you where you need to go.
4900K in gaming uses 253 watts. No, it doesn't. Most I've seen, I think we hit. What did we hit? 170 watts I've seen, not 250. So, no. Do you think I'd just start firing my gun off? Nico, yes. Yeah, the beta, yeah. Where's a space leader? Have I undervoted my GPU? No. Oh, here's something. Alexandra, yo! Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't. Try and get as many likes as we can, see if we can hit 50. I think this is another side mission. I honestly don't know. It's telling me to go outside now as well. I did shoot up a load of people in here last time. That's why there's loads of bodies. It's telling me to go back outside again. Watch hardware unboxed review. I don't need to watch it. I said already we've used up to 170 watts in some games, yeah. So yeah, 150. You can use over that, but you said 250. Most I've seen in a game is 170. Not 250. If someone's using 250, they're intentionally causing that. Whether that's overclocking it or increasing power consumption, whatever. Like, there's no way you're hitting 250 watts normally in a game. From stock, anyway. What is that over there? Okay, let's go do that. You didn't say 250. Oh, okay. My mistake. Check Cyberpunk. Yeah, Cyberpunk's 170, 180. I've played it already. I don't need to check another video. I've literally played it. I've streamed it multiple times. The max we got on it was 170, 180. A bit concerning my guy doesn't need his helmet on. I'd feel like you'd need that on. $150. Yeah, I'm saying. I've seen 170, 180 watts in games. What do you mean doesn't go higher than that? No. Not in the games I've played. Have I undervolted now? I've undervolted it now, yeah. But a very, very small amount. Wouldn't be using any more power. Not 250 watts, like, that's just not true. Like, we're using between 110, 130 watts here. If I took my 0.05 undervolt off, it would be using, like, no more than 140. And that's already pushing it.
Damn it! What the hell?
Right, I forget how to actually shoot.
Ah, okay then. Look out!
How do I heal? How do I heal? Starfield says it uses more. How much are we talking though? I'm not. I think you're misunderstanding me. I'm not saying it doesn't use more, but I'm saying the most I've seen is 170, 180. So there, that's more. That's more than this game. I'm not saying it doesn't use more. I'm saying it doesn't use 250. How do I heal? I forgot the keybind. This is with frame generation on, yeah.
What's next?
I'm gonna die because of my health. Just can't for the life of me remember how to heal.
1,000 times. Gone.
Which CPU? Have all the core issues been sorted out on the 7950X 3D yet? I'm not sure. Although like having to manually allocate cores and stuff. If that's all been sorted out, then I'd probably get that. Press 0. It doesn't do anything. I assume I've not got any health packs, I guess.
You aren't ready for this, but I am. Got something for ya.
I just can't take any shots. I've got DLSS on quality and frame generation on right now. Oh my god, if I do this, that'd be heroic. No! How do I get health? I forget how you do it. Can I buy it? Maybe I should have looted the bodies. No! Oh no, wait, we don't want to go back in, do we? No!
Now isn't
Or
the
can I
best
get
time.
health in here?
I ain't even talking.
Is there a way I can get health? Vending machine. Does this give me something? God, I completely forget how to play this. Aid. That, health. Use. Oh, this does give me health. How come just nothing? Oh, it's because I just don't think I have any bandages or whatever. There we go. Let me buy cut some more of these. That'll get me ready.
The red planet lives up to its name. Boy,
This
don't-
guy won't... I want popcorn. Whatever it is. Whoa! Oh, look at the speed of my guy. Jacked up on cola. $200 and so yeah, they're probably running it at like 1080p low though with DLSS on, right? To hit something like that in Cyberpunk, which there's no way if you've got 4900K, you're probably realistically not going to be running settings like that. Like you're not hitting over 200 watts at 4K on a 4900K in Cyberpunk. Like, they're just doing it to prove a point. Like, there's probably no use case for that. Like, most people with that CPU are probably not using those settings. Like, if you've got a CPU like this, it means you've probably got a pretty hefty GPU too. Look at the speed of my guy. Yes, hello, I'm good, how are you? I still can't believe my guy doesn't need his helmet on. How long does this last for? At least we're going to get there quicker. What's my game of the year? From the list or just in general? Oh, it's run off. It's worn off, I should say. Why is he like looking behind him all the time? In general, my favourite games of the year is probably either Alan Wake 2 or Last of Us. I think they're my two favourites. Ratchet and Clank 2, I really like. I know those two are ports, but I'm trying to think of what other games like I really, really liked. So, like, from the list, probably Alan Wake 2. I didn't really play a ton of them, though. Like, I didn't play Baldur's Gate. That'll probably win. I didn't play Zelda. I played Spider-Man 2. That's, like, okay, but I don't think it's Game of the Year. And then Resident Evil I played as well, which... It's a really good game, but... I was saying the other day, I prefer Resident Evil 2. I prefer the remake of Resident Evil 2. Alright, try this again with full health. Should be able to do it. Where's the, like, level 20 or whatever? Oh, God, there is. 38. Is it level 38? I'm only level 26. Bang out of order. Right. Shall I like try and heal up again? Give me some of that speed again. Oh, I've got bandages. What was it that made me really fast? Penicillin. Go on, smash that down. Pizza square, boom. Okay, my health has not increased at all.
Adorable.
This was actually quite a good gun, wasn't it?
Take this. Oh, bad choice.
Just for, sorry, I keep pausing it. The audio, is it really quiet? No, it's 100%. That was so much easier. I'm bleeding, I think. What headset do I use? Steel Series.
Don't need it now.
Arctis Pro. We're gonna have to heal up after that. What's gonna fix me to stop bleeding? Trauma. Oh my god, he's naked.
Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. Right.
No.
I was just saying how good it is to work with someone again. Speaking of which, Constellation has its ups and downs.
Cyberpunk, the
Trust me.
Phantom Liberty. It was good, yeah. I didn't actually finish that because my internet died,
Sometimes it's
didn't it?
important to reflect on
Like
our
right at the end.
accomplishments. What you're doing here with us is remarkable. Truly.
What's your game of the year then? I think Baldur's Gate will win, right?
Neither do I. Yet I muster forth.
I've still not played it. I don't know if I ever will, to be honest.
A member of Constellation has given me a lot of opportunities and a fair bit of stress, I'll admit. It's hard to imagine just who I'd be had I never joined up. I would have never done so many things, met so many people.
Hi-Fi Rush, yeah.
Mind-boggling how
I heard good
different
things about that. I didn't play it yet, though.
And I never would have met Irvin.
I'll maybe try and get it for my Steam Deck. Right, get me out of this conversation. Like, that'd be a good Steam Deck game, wouldn't it? I should, what, try Baldur's Gate? The only thing that puts me off is the whole turn-based nonsense. Like, that honestly makes me want to cry. Just even the sound of that. Makes me want to cry, and I've not even played it yet. Game is so much nicer with this amount of frames. When I last played, when it was like 60 FPS. A little bit of a drop in frames there with that explosion. You love turn-based games? Nah, it's just honestly not my vibe. Like, I played, is it XCOM? That's turn-based, isn't it? I'm way too impatient. Like, that just bores me way too quick. Oh no! That's my own guy. At least we're making progress on this mission now, though. We're not stuck on that other one. Looks cool down here. Have we just got to keep going down? Spider, hello! How's it going? Damn, that guy's level 22. Almost out of ammo on this as well. Is the game too loud for you guys, or is it alright?
All yours. Hey, this isn't over.
I could hear a guy.
I know how this ends.
Audio's alright. Okay, cool. Wait, I've got a different gun here. How many guns have I got? Oh wait, I think I'm carrying too much now. It's gonna ruin my stamina. How do I just drop stuff? I'm gonna have to drop some stuff just to... It doesn't slow me down. I'll do for now. What? This guy's level 38. Oh my god.
What? Didn't think this through, huh?
How do I throw frag grenades?
Won't even scar.
You're done.
Peace. Fire.
I've got some sort of rocket launcher.
You aren't ready for this, but I am. Did you see that?
Right, got him. Oh my god, what's happening? I can't see where they are.
Never liked him anyway.
It's out of my eyes.
Fine, let's go. Ha! This never gets old.
So we just got to get out of here, have we? Health's looking a little bit low, actually. Okay, I can heal with 0 now. Frag next, see you later. Right, do we keep going?
Hello? Oh, took care of the spacers, huh? Good. Now to finish off the research, you're gonna need to collect a sample of hematite to run through the thresher. Grab a laser cutter and head back to the chamber where you came in. Once you've got a sample, Thresher's the big machine in the next room. Passcode to start it is Ares 2330.
Shoot, their backpacks, yeah, it doesn't really matter too much with this. This is kind of like a shotgun, so it kind of ruins them anyway. Was it get a sample? Oh, it's down below, is it? No? God, I can't remember the controls on this. How do I get the cutter? Put it in here. What's it going to give me? Collect data.
All set? Good. You can take the elevator in that room back to the surface. There should be a key stashed in the thresher room.
Oh, is that then the key for the thing upstairs?
I'll be waiting at the circle.
Oh, that's a lifesaver. So it wasn't bugged. It was just you had to actually get the key, I think.
I know now isn't the best time, but I need to talk with you later.
So I think overall, for the most part, we're at least above 150, aren't we? I know we dipped down on that red mines
What's on your mind?
main drill. Wait, what? We dipped down to like 140, 145 a little, but why is it telling me to go back down? But yeah, very, very impressed with the updates and the like updates to the base game, and obviously even DLSS 3 as well. Decent updates. I'm trying to figure out what return the data to. Why is it making me go through here though? Is there something else down here? I'm gonna follow it in case I miss something. Is it just bugged maybe? If I go back up, maybe it's just making me go back to the entrance, you know? Don't actually have a clue where I am. Did we come from this way? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. I remember that weight room. We came down these stairs, through this door, we turn right. I think it's just making me go back through the... It is, that's annoying. I didn't want to miss anything. See, this game's still a little buggy. Could have just go out the lift. Well. Okay, at least it's not telling me anymore. Yeah, so get a little bit of a dip down there to 140-ish. But even frame time, I think as well, they've improved a lot. There's like no stuttering at all for me now. It feels super smooth. I know before, especially in the city areas, it was quite stuttery, wasn't it? I assume they fixed the... I know there were GPU utilization issues on some AMD CPUs as well. I assume that's fixed as well. Some of the 3D CPUs were getting like lower usage. Still got some popping though, you see that then? So yeah, with DLSS and everything off native here, probably be at more like 350 watts. Something like that on the GPU. Still pretty low though, still 100 less than my TDP. That's like roughly average really, 350. Wish you could get a little Rover you could just drive around. The settings, everything's just maxed out. We're at 4K. Just notice this setting. Does that make any difference, borderless? Everything ultra maxed out. DLSS on quality with frame generation on. Okay, let's not do that. That just breaks the game. We do actually, do we have... I think we have that on. Does that make any difference if we switch that off? Not really. So I think now, because we've got the key, we can get in that room at least. A bit of a stutter then, actually. Because I did frame generation. Yeah, it's still in the beta. It's only available in the beta of the game. The beta version in Steam, but it'll come out officially. But it's natively supported in the game, in the beta game now. It's not a mod or anything. So I'm getting a little bit of stuttering now with that variable rate shading switched off. Those bodies were absolutely nothing to do with me. I need to figure out. I was trying to add. Give me 1 sec. Let's try to get the stream to 50 likes if we can, guys. We're pretty close. 14 likes. Make sure you like it. Game looks pretty good. It does look good. Yeah, this game's kind of weird, and a lot of it I think looks really good. There's a lot of planets that I think look quite good, but there are also some areas that I think sometimes I look at when you're on a planet and you look into the distance, like the draw distance. And it just kind of does look a bit... It looks a bit rubbish. This lock is too difficult. I thought I got the key for it. Where's it telling me to go now? Choose floor. Oh, can I get there now through here?
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff can make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing
And I
Percival's
do get...
debt.
I don't know if you guys can see it. I get a weird... flickering every now and then on my screen. I had that with the DLSS 3 mod as well.
Oh, this is gonna be great.
I'm trying to think maybe if it's my... I'm not running pass-through though on my capture
in case
card.
you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output.
They had the same issue trying to run pass-through on my PS5, didn't we?
Good luck.
I think it could be the DLSS causing it though.
While indulging in alcoholic beverages is not discouraged, operating heavy machinery while under the please always drink responsibly.
Starfield has official DLSS. It's in beta at the moment.
For anything in particular?
Beta version of the game.
You bothering me for a reason?
If you change your game in Steam to the beta, you can use it.
Was there something else?
No, not official yet. If you go into properties in Steam on your game and there's a beta tab, if you click on that and you switch it into beta, you'll get an update and then it'll have it in it. But we did have when I tried to switch frame generation on in the middle of a game, it did crash my game. So do it from the main menu maybe, and it seems to work okay. But obviously there might be like crashes and stuff in the beta version, so you have to kind of take that into consideration.
I'm never one to turn away an opportunity. But I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed.
Aqueous hematite, iron and waste.
Thanks, no worries.
Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before.
And exactly what does this new drug of yours do? An interesting proposal.
Is the 4090 always around 90%? No, it's 98% for the most part. Just with DLSS on in some of these areas indoors, it seems to drop down a little bit.
Mines could be an option,
but it's not affecting my frame rate.
Or so I've heard.
Outdoors and everywhere else will be maxed out.
Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool. And the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their
Just in a couple of these rooms it seems to drop down, but it's not like we're still at pretty much the max FPS we can have, so it's not affecting that.
The licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
Dr. Walker's dead? That's it? Consider it wiped.
Well, it seems we have a deal then. And here, a finder's fee from the authority. A perfectly reasonable.
Is the GPU undervoid? No, stock.
Sort of potential. Wouldn't want you feeling shortchanged down the road. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
The United Colonies Department of Labor would like to remind you that working too much overtime is harmful.
Now, where do I go now?
And any injuries or mistakes you incur while suffering the effects of overwork or exhaustion.
Yeah?
The guy from Alan Wake.
Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there, but it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs.
What was the first GPU?
Pasky.
That I ever bought with my own money.
One hell of a thank you on their way down.
I had PCs when I was younger. I used to play mainly Counter-Strike and Age of Empires, but I honestly don't know what the GPUs were. Like it was kind of my dad's computer that I used to play on, so I was kind of not too young, but I was young enough where I didn't really care about PC parts that much. But then first, I played on laptops for like a long time. I used to just game on laptops for a long time. A lot of the time I just played on integrated stuff because I wasn't really playing any like particularly demanding games, I don't think, like back when I was like growing up. Yeah, like a lot of Age of Empires and Counter-Strike for a lot of it when I was younger. And then I played games a little more. Probably, I think I had a 1050 in a laptop for a long time that I used to play games on. What about you? So I don't know. Would I consider that maybe my first one? But you mean like I was more a console gamer for a long time. But I had that laptop as kind of like a work, and I used to game on it because a lot of my friends are play on PC. So I have loads of friends on console, but loads of friends on PC. So. Baseball, hello. Wait, what's it doing? Is it making me go back? Has it improved in the city? It has, yeah. We was getting at native about 70 to 85 FPS, so I think we had dips down to like 50 before in there. We didn't seem to have that problem anymore. But then obviously with DLSS 3, we was getting like 150 there. 100, yeah, it was about 140, wasn't it? 140 to 150, something like that. Little console players. Yeah, no, I used to play. I was big on the Xbox 360. Like everyone I knew had one. So from like that, I was like COD 4. I played the early Call of Duties, but then COD 4 was like really what I used to play. COD 4, Gears of War, and Halo. Like me and my mates would just play those games like crazy. New patch for Starfield. It's only beta, yeah, so I don't think you can access it on Game Pass. I think it's you can only do that on Steam. I don't know that for certain because I have it on Steam. I don't know about Game Pass. But I don't think you can put the game in beta on Game Pass. You might have to Google it. But I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to do it. 360 was a great... Yeah. Yeah, the games on the 360 were just so... I don't know. I feel like back then, games were... Games felt a bit more co-op-y. Like, even multiplayer you could co-op, where now it just feels... Like, to me, COD doesn't have its... Not co-op, but multiplayer. You used to play with friends and stuff. But, like, now the game doesn't feel like it's geared towards that at all. Like, Halo back in the day was just like... You could just get on with friends and just mess around. But I just don't... Games don't feel like that anymore. Especially COD. Like, COD feels so serious. Even Gears of War, like, that was quite a serious multiplayer game. Like, people took it really seriously, but it was still quite fun to play. Gears of War 2 as well. That was, like, really fun. When you rev the chainsaw. Debsir, thanks for subscribing. Right, I don't know what we're doing back down here. Do still have some quite fun multiplayer games though. Like Counter-Strike. I find Counter-Strike 2 kind of pulled me back into it. Like I say, I used to play Counter-Strike loads when I was younger. And then I went probably 15 years without playing it. But Counter-Strike 2 coming out recently, I feel like I've played that a little bit with friends, and that's quite fun, to be honest. I don't mind that. Dude, where the hell have I got to go here?
Time, but I need to talk with you.
This is taking me down the exact same place. I'm sure I went the wrong way. Now where? Why does the game just do this to me? Okay, no, this is the right. I did go the wrong way. I was in the wrong lift, I think. Unreal Tournament. I never played that. Okay, we're getting there, we're getting there. In the Large Hadron Collider. Oh my god. Starfield's scamming here. Well, it didn't get voted, did it? It's not even in the lineup. That was a little bit surprising, I thought. Oh my god, look at this. See here, I think the graphics look pretty good. You get some errors like this where I think it looks really good. It shouldn't have gotten the list. Yeah, but like... I'm not saying it should win, but Mario's in it. I didn't even know that game existed. Like, is that a massive game? I mean, I know Mario's a massive game, but the new one, I mean... I didn't even know that game was a thing until I saw the on the list. Game of the year though for Mario, but I mean, is it worthy of Game of the Year? Like, what's new? What's you know, what's so incredible about it? If you get what I mean, like, there's a difference between a good game and then a Game of the Year nomination. Like, what's... That's why I think Spider-Man 2 is questionable too, because there's, you know, it doesn't really do anything massively different from what we've seen already.
Tissue sample? You came all the way down here for that? Must be some damn important cells. You want to tell me what I'm about to be staring at? A fast-growing terramorph.
Turn-based combat makes me gag a bit in my mouth. That's exactly what I said.
Told you to bring this to me. Hadrian.
I said actually it makes me want to cry. And I haven't even played it.
Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Hey, when you're not busy, let's chat. What's new?
Zelda's not... Yeah, I didn't play Zelda, so I don't know. I think 6 games on that list is... I don't know. They could maybe do 8 or something. 6 feels a bit... Feels a little bit small amount to cram in a year's worth of potential games. 4900K bottleneck? No, it's just because I've got DLSS on. The game engine seems to cap out at 167. So that's it, you're just seeing lower utilization because we're at like the absolute max. We don't seem to get any more than that. We definitely don't have anything. Yeah, so it's nothing to do with the bottleneck. It's because we can't get more than 167. So
this can't be right. This sample.
Like, if this engine was completely uncapped, we'd be getting over like we'd probably be getting close to 200 here. So it's only taking 85% of my GPU to like cap it out. If that makes sense.
And it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen. I'd be mad and very, very...
But I assume that's the engine cap, maybe. I even got a cap anywhere, so...
Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was a city wiped completely off the map by terramorphs. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack.
Bit of an odd number to have as a game cap, but...
They look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti.
You can't use 100% GPU with DLSS on?
Faster than any terramorph should. Which means
that's not always true. I think the issue here is just it's capped.
So like, style attacks can happen outside Londinian. That's not going to end well for humanity.
Humanity has survived a lot.
I think because we've got DLSS
This
on,
will be a bottleneck event for our
it's
species if we survive.
and we're hitting the
And the
game
devastation
engine
to
cap. It
society,
doesn't need to use the
knowledge,
GPU, like, you know,
it
it's
would
not doesn't need
reduce
to utilize it
civilization
fully
to shambles.
So you
to
love this
get
bad omen all the
any
way
more
here.
frames, because we
You
can't
wanna
get any
tell me
more
what your
frames.
plans are for it now? The circle, huh? Could use a drink about now. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Because, for example, I don't actually want to switch this off mid-game because it might crash my game. Might crash like last time. Because we're indoors, though, I assume this is the engine cap, 167. It must be. Where have we got to go? Because when we're hitting like 140... like in the more demanding areas, it has to use 100% of the GPU. But yeah, it's just because we're capped, basically. It's like sometimes if you put VSync on and you cap it at 60. Like, for example, if I switch VSync on... oh, I can't. Because we've got frame generation on. But you see now, we're not capped out at 167 anymore, and we're using 95%, you see? So that's all that is. And then look, as soon as we hit the cap again, it goes down to 88, do you see? Just because in some areas are not as demanding, the GPU doesn't need to basically... it doesn't need to fully utilize to actually be able to get the maximum FPS, so... it's just, if anything, demonstrating how powerful the GPU is. It doesn't even need to fully utilize. You want to buy a... there's not much difference between those two, really. I wouldn't buy one right now because the prices are probably insane. Like, the prices are way, way inflated. I always found this game didn't look quite as good at night. Can we just teleport? Talk with Barrett.
I have something for you.
Exit ship. No, what did I do?
Have something for you.
Did I teleport to in the right direction? I did. Prices are high, yeah, just because of supply and demand. Like, issues with China, I think. There's not as many available, so then the price goes up.
Hey, you might want this.
Come on, is it going to let me go up those stairs now? That's all I want. Gigabyte is 1,870. That's actually not that bad, is it?
My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You know, hassling yourself.
They were the ROG Matrix here is $3.5 grand.
Not here.
I saw last night.
Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
So that's actually not that bad. £1,600. That's pretty good.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't. thank you enough for taking
Shows and
care of all
tells.
Makes two of us.
that. I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble. That's certainly not what I was
Trying to see what the
expecting you to have to
4090
go through.
gaming is here.
But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able
Where
to
are
get
you in
that work
Europe?
up together?
Here it's
Got it right here.
the
That's
gigabyte gaming here is
That's
about
an exact match for the
1,800
ones from
at
London.
least, 1,900, which
That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news.
which
That's
is
the damage.
almost 2,200
Tell me you've
euros.
got
So
some kind of plan for that workup.
you've got a pretty good
Well,
deal
right
there.
now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's going to take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear
You're
us out on
200
two
hours in
conditions.
this game.
One, they want to see
Holy
this
smokes, I think I've done about a
analysis you two
day.
have procured.
I think
And
it said a
two,
day.
They want to discuss what happened
Probably
on
like
Tau Ceti
26 hours now,
with
maybe.
both of us.
200 hours though.
Well, that's about the best news I've had all day. But before you commit, I want to make sure
How
you
many
know the
hours
whole
is it to
story.
complete the? Did you just
Percival and
run
I,
through the main
We're
story?
not just researchers. We were military scientists, ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC
39 in
military
chat,
cut us
22
loose
likes?
for what we'd done.
You might have to refresh. We got 52. It might have loaded. I can see 52. We hit 50, which is good.
Oh, well,
Maybe YouTube didn't update.
that means a lot. It's not something I'm exactly proud of. But it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore
Thanks for subscribing,
deploying
dude.
Terramorphs on the battlefield.
53?
The project never got off the
Oh, it's
ground,
52 for me.
but the data our team
It hasn't
gathered is now
updated
sitting
if
in
it
the
is
archives,
53.
along with all the other information
It says
gained after
52.
the Colony War. Under the watchful
We've all got
eye
different
of
numbers.
monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the cabinet
Now
to help
mine's
us
gone
access that
53. There we go. Mine's
it'll give us the tools we need to
delayed.
decipher what exactly this sample might mean, and hopefully how to
Got a bit of a
prevent
delay on
more
mine.
attacks like the one that spawned it. All right, I'm gonna go get this work up into
54.
The cabinet's hands. I'll meet
Oh
you
no,
out
it's
front of
53 for
Master
me
at
still.
Atlantis.
Good luck.
Give it another
You two
20
are gonna need
seconds. You guys are living in the future.
It is also advised to use only approved ship landing pads.
Where's everyone running? Well, no, the whole thing's rumored though. It was rumored that they scrapped it. No, it was rumored they were doing one, then it was rumored they scrapped it, and now it's rumored that they're doing it again. So there's no official statement on any of it. So I don't know. I don't really believe any of it right now. Seems like we're definitely probably getting these a couple of supers. 4070 Super, 4070 Ti Super, 4080 Super. Spider, see you later, dude.
No, now isn't the best time.
There was actually a space combat mission that I needed to upgrade the ship for, wasn't there? '50 series? No, it's not for another 2 years. 2025. Now, let me look at the missions. When do we expect 50 series next year? No, 2025. We'll get the super cards next year. One of these was... so that one's bogged. Did you see that one? And that'll give us another look at the city, so... Go back there. $2025, yeah. I'd maybe wait. So we're probably, if we're going to get the super cards, we're getting them Q1 next year, so it'll be the beginning of next year. At this point, I'd maybe wait because the 4090 is way inflated price anyway. You probably don't want to buy it right now. So, like, I think by the beginning of next year, we'll know for sure if we're getting a TI 4090 or not. If we're not getting one, then hopefully the 4090 price is, like, calmed down. You might be able to get one then.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier.
Because there's no point spending... I mean, I don't know what it's like where you are. I don't know what country you're in, but in England right now, I mean, you'd pay you'd pay over $2,000 for a 4090. I mean, there's no point.
It's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place.
Like, you potentially could have a 4080 Super that maybe runs close to a 4090, but... and costs way less. Even though it potentially might still be 16 gigs of VRAM though, which is kind of annoying.
Former head of the UC
but obviously we don't know definitely yet.
They called him Ve Victus. Woe to the defeated.
Still rumoured quite far off core-wise though. I think the 4090 has 16,000 cores, and I think the 4080 Super is rumoured to have like 10,500 maybe. I can't remember exactly. So it'll still be, in terms of that, it'll probably be quite a way off, but...
Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations.
Price-wise, you're in the UK as well? Yeah, I wouldn't... They're just super expensive at the moment.
I'm getting there. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians.
48 got 50% less. Yeah, I was talking about the Super though. 4080 Super, that's potentially coming out next year.
Great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another
it has more cores than the 4080.
I just wanted you to be forewarned. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or, if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time.
4070 Ti, well,
how long the
as stupidly named as it is, the 4070 Ti Super actually seems kind of interesting. The only thing now, though, is the price. We don't know what the price is going to be.
Then I guess it's just
If the
a
price is
matter of-
reasonable, it pretty much destroys the 12 gig. Like, there's no point. There'd be no point in buying that one anymore.
Keeping the skies safe out there?
Oh, what have I agreed to here?
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, we have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor. That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise.
Why is he facing the other way?
While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
We ain't got no
Let's keep
football
this
Premier
civil,
League this
shall we?
weekend, have we?
And while there should be no doubt,
International
the preservation
breaks.
of life stands
Damn it.
paramount among this body's duties. Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough.
You get
Perhaps you can
850 euros for, what, a second-hand
As the one who
3090
actually
Ti?
collected
Probably.
the
The
sample in
3090 Ti is
question,
still crazy.
Did this terramorph seem
Crazy
at all
expensive.
alarming to you?
Probably depends what model.
I can second, Madam President. What I saw from the report reinforces the idea that this was an anomalous spawning. The other factions are as at risk as we are.
Huh. A fine point, Dr. Kulkarni. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Sorry, I'm looking on eBay.
It's
At
a
what the
risk,
prices are.
So it's doing nothing.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
I'm
Founders
inclined to
Edition
agree.
3090 Ti here for
That's
£900. That's like €1,000, isn't it?
I suppose that does get to the heart of the point, doesn't it?
Yeah, they're literally like the
Anyway,
cheapest ones I'm seeing here are
the
£850.
Galaxy was lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree
There's
to give
some
our
here
full
going
backing
pre-owned
to
for
make the request to-
£1,000. What?
Is that-
Why not just buy a brand new 4080? Like, that doesn't make any sense. At all. Second-hand 3090 Ti for £1,000. Just pay an extra, like, 100 quid, 150 quid for a 4080.
At the spaceport.
What?
Terramorphs.
That's crazy. Surely no one's spending that on a second-hand 3090 Ti.
Good God. There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanners somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly.
Is this game complicated?
The
No.
last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes.
No, I understand why it's priced like that, but second-hand, you could pay an extra £100 for a brand new 3090 Ti. Why would I be paying $1,000 for a second-hand one?
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show
Like, there's a £100 difference between a second-hand and a brand new.
Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
What the hell's going on? What the hell?
That's it. Now hit him with everything you've got.
What gun is it? I want that gun. Which gun is it?
What are you doing?
It's not that one. What is going on here? What is blue? Take citizen. What is going on here?
Thank God you got here when you did. I just...
No worries, yeah, I sorted that situation out easy.
Yeah, what the hell happened back
Get
there,
my laser
Captain?
out.
There's no excuse for using lethal force here.
Frame generation is on, yeah.
Sorry?
Wait, she just said there's no use for lethal force.
A
What?
crisis isn't licensed to cast aside your morals. Understand? Now, officer, the way those people were acting, I've seen this before. They were under the Terramorph's influence, weren't they?
I don't know. They were down at the port and they just started screaming. We tried to restrain them, get them on the train to get them out of harm's way, but some of the other officers down there, we couldn't restrain them fast enough. They just...
The mechanics, the interface. Yeah, the interface, I wouldn't say the interface is amazing, but I've kind of... I mean, it depends how you play the game. Like, I don't take this game too seriously, and I don't...
induce this fog.
I don't like...
It affects everyone differently, but some people just
kind of check every little minor detail. Like, that's not really my play style.
If they don't want to.
If that's your play style, you'll probably find the interface and all of that stuff really frustrating. Like, you've probably seen me when I'm like carrying too much stuff. I just chuck stuff. Like, I don't really care. But like, if you take it all really very seriously, like, it's probably going to annoy you more. Like, I know when I first started playing, all of the kind of infantry-related stuff was just, like, a real pain. But I just increased the capacity to maximum, so I don't really have to worry about it. Like, at first, until you unlock some stuff, it can get a bit annoying. Thanks for subscribing, dude. Mulu, thanks for subscribing. What is going on down here? The city's always under attack. Beatmaster, thanks, dude. I appreciate it. How's it going? Or Beastmaster? Did I say Beatmaster?
Whatever you're experiencing right now, it's not real. We have to
See, with it, this would have played a lot worse before this update. Am I losing health?
Egg spots.
How'd you get a DLSS? You need to turn your Steam game into the beta version. If you right click on the game in Steam and go to properties, change it to beta, and then you need to update it. You're gonna wait for 50 series 2025. Yeah, that sounds like a good plan. It's a little bit of a way away, but we'll hopefully get some new GPUs next year, some super GPUs. But yeah, waiting till the next 50 series isn't a bad idea. Hopefully we get some more reasonable pricing with it as well. Oh my god. Damn. I'm just gonna let it go for them. And just be the one to shoot them. How do I chuck grenades? I forget. It's not that button. It's that button. Got no ammo. What else have we got? This gun sounds pathetic. Sounds pathetic, doesn't it? It sounds like me sneezing. Got any other guns? Probably need to upgrade some of these guns, really.
Target down. Nice work, Captain.
I've still got my laser. True Blue, see you later. You say for 2 years, 5090. Yeah, I mean the 5090. If it's anything like the difference between the 4090 and 3090 Ti. Pretty big increase. I don't know if we can expect to see that again, but the fact they're taking longer to develop it as well, hopefully we see a pretty big, improvement of performance.
Universe put the right people in the right place. Certainly doesn't feel like it.
I don't want to.
You earned a sub. Cheers. Hope you have a good weekend.
Just glad we could rise to the occasion. Captain, we should report back to the President. Let her know the Terramorphs have been dealt with. Take care of yourself, Sergeant.
Star Citizen. I think it was Star Citizen's got the potential to be a really good game, but obviously, as we know, it's been in development for so long. It's so buggy, but also it's not really a GPU problem, but it does not run well on Intel CPUs. Like 13 and 14. Like the E-cores are a massive, like the game can't deal with E-cores. You have to have them disabled. And even then, it can be like very hit or miss depending on what server you have. Like the lag on the network on the servers too is also quite bad sometimes. Maybe in another 10 years. It'll be playable.
That's a relief to hear. Captain?
1.5 times
Adrian,
increase. That's still crazy, yeah.
The cabinet owes you our
I mean, even that would still be wild.
As well as an apology. Your concerns about the
I'm all here
terrorists,
for it.
well, consider them validated.
Thank you, ma'am.
Of course. I only wish we could have acted sooner. Now, today's events have only clarified our path forward in the eyes of the cabinet. You will have our full support in collecting the Terramorph data from the archives, as well as a subsequent investigation into the nature of these attacks. But to accomplish those goals, we're going to need the right people in the right places. As such, the cabinet has authorized me to reinstate you, Hadrian, effective immediately. To
What
your
Fortnite do
former
I have?
rank
Ace
of
is
Major.
tough.
As soon as we've got the data in
Game's not
hand,
finished.
we
Yeah,
want
the thing
you
is, when I go from
investigating these
Starfield to
attacks
Star
and how to
Citizen,
stop
like,
them.
Star Citizen graphically
do
looks
this?
insane. Like, the fact you can fly around everywhere and just,
Yes, ma'am.
like, flying in and out of the atmosphere
I'd
of
be honored.
planets and everything, just, it looks crazy, but it's just not
As you
executed
both
well.
made clear, for such an investigation to
I think
succeed
somewhere in
first,
between
we're going to
Starfield
need
and
someone
Star
to connect
Citizen
the
would be the
Freestar
sweet spot of, like,
Collective and House Varun
it
to
looks
play
really
ball.
good and plays amazingly, but it's
Someone
not,
who knows
it's, like,
precisely
executed well and
the
it's not
sorts of
super
dangers
buggy.
the
Star
colonies
Citizen
and
takes
all
it
the
to,
galaxy
like,
are facing
the L
right now.
too far, do you know what I mean?
cabinet wants
It's so
you
ambitious,
to be
it's
that
unplayable. You need, like, Starfield was kind of not as ambitious, but, like, playable. Like, Star Citizen is just way too ambitious and just unplayable. It needs to be, like, somewhere in between.
We do. In exchange,
I think that would be, like,
we're
the
willing to
ideal.
fast-track your citizenship
There's also the
upon
other game, though,
collection of the
Elite
data.
Dangerous. I don't know what that's like
So,
now. I've played that once or
will you
twice
help
a
us?
long time ago.
I'm glad to
But
hear.
Star Citizen is
Now,
cool when you're
we,
flying
of
around and
course,
stuff, but as
won't
soon
be
as you try and
sending
do
you in
anything,
without the
like if you try and do
proper
a mission,
support.
it'll just bug,
Deputy
and then you'll have to
Valentine
quit,
in the
or
Office of
your
Interstellar
ship, you'll be
Affairs
flying, and your
will be
ship
your
will just
guide on
disappear,
gaining
and then
access
you'll
to
just
the
die,
archives.
and you've
You
got to
should be
then
able to find
respawn
her
and
in
do
our
it all
office across
over,
the
and it's
hall.
just... That
And on
ruins the
behalf of
game
whole of the United
completely.
Colonies,
Like, you'd be flying,
have our
you join with a
thanks.
friend, and it takes you 20 minutes to get to them, because you've got to call your ship, and then you've got to fly to them, and... you know, warp time to them, whatever, and then you get to them, and then the game bugs, and you've got to quit, and it's just like, oh, it just totally ruins the game.
Excuse me?
These orders. A Vanguard captain. You... Yes, sir. I'll make sure they get what they require.
Starfield tried to be too ambitious. No, because they never... You say about the 1,000 planets, but they're not. They were never inhabitable.
Welcome to Interstellar Affairs. I'm Deputy Chief.
Like, a lot of
Diplomat
them are just copy and
McIntyre,
pasted.
GPC in second in command.
I mean, ambition from,
I
like,
heard you were
everything in
instrumental in
Starfield, you're
protecting
just
the city
fast
from
traveling
the attack.
everywhere.
You have my gratitude.
There's no, like,
I
real
was also informed
free
that you
space
gave
travel
quite
type
the
thing.
presentation to the cabinet.
Like, they
Chief
kept...
Yassine wants
everything
you to
in
know
this
the
game is
Interstellar
limited, so,
Affairs
like...
Office is fully committed
When you go
this
to a
endeavor.
planet, you land at
Accessing
specific
the
areas, like, it's
data
all
and
very
beyond.
limited.
We're going
And then
to
within
do
that area, you
everything
can
in
only
our
run
power
around
to
a
make
little
sure
bit.
you have the tools
Where
you
Star
need.
Citizen is just
And that
like,
means first
every
getting you into the
planet is
archives.
just, you can just go wherever you
do know
want.
what the archives are, correct?
You know, I know a lot of it's just desolate and there's nothing, but that's just the crazy scale, and that's why it's kind of... It's hard to get it to
Someone paid
a
attention. to
reasonable,
your
playable
events.
state.
So, then you also know that it was originally managed by the three
Like,
major
maybe we'll get there one day, but...
Access to the archives.
It's a
is
shame
only
to see
in
the kind of
cases
potential of the
dire
game, but
emergency.
it's not quite hitting it.
Requires a one-time use code from each of the 3 armistice signatories. You see,
Of a Kickstart.
Collective
I don't know,
and
actually. I know they've raised a lot of
Now,
money, but that's
UC's
my other
already on
annoyance
board,
with
so
them
that
is...
means we'll need to convince 2 people.
There's like a ton of
The
game-breaking
ambassadors of the
bugs, but all they
Freestar
care about is
Collective and
just
House
adding
Varun
new
to
ships,
hand over their
like new
codes.
spaceships. I'm just
Get
like,
them both
can you
and
fix
you'll
the
have your
disappearing
data.
floor?
But that's
Like, you
a lot
know?
easier said than done.
Could you fix like everything T-posing? I'd feel like that's a bit more important than like creating a new ship, but... Yeah, I don't know. That seems like
I couldn't agree more.
Game Studios...
However,
Game Studio
both
101.
ambassadors had reasons they
Like
wanted
Call of Duty.
or can't.
They're more
work
interested
with
in
us.
adding skins to the store than they are
I'll
fixing the
provide
game, which is kind of a
guidance on how we
concern.
believe you can acquire each code, but ultimately, it'll be up to you to get them both to cooperate. And I do mean cooperate. Threats and violence are off the table here. Though that doesn't mean we can't get creative. But it does mean we need to get you up to speed on who you're dealing with. Who do you want to start with? Ambassador Radcliffe of Freestar, or Ambassador Balmore of House Varun?
It did get funded on Kickstarter. That was probably over 10 years ago, right?
She's a veteran of the Colony War.
2011 or 2012.
Life is to make ours miserable.
I bet she loves her job.
Now, officially, our office is suggesting you try and negotiate with her. Use your experiences as a member of the military and with the threat we're facing to convince her to lend her support. And who knows? Maybe that'll work. Stranger things have happened. But my suspicion is we're going to have to rely on other tools to get her code. Certainly. See, good diplomacy is all... You see intelligence, but getting... So, now, but there's also... Alright.
What would I rate the games?
Your diplomatic ID. I'll give them a heads up, you're on your way. Not likely to let you through the door otherwise. And take these. Chief Yassine wanted you to have some options on how to proceed in there. Captain, go ahead.
I'd probably give this maybe a 6 or a 7 out of 10.
Captain.
And then
Would you like to finish your
Star
briefing on your
Citizen, I'd probably give maybe a 5 out of 10. I think Star Citizen has the potential to be like an 8 or 9 out of 10, but it's just not. It's like there's too many issues with the actual fundamental game. I think there's more potential, but there's just, as an overall game, like Starfield is, as an overall game, Starfield is just a better overall game because you can play it and like it's enjoyable. The missions are there, all of this stuff. Like, although there are issues and like I was saying, lack of ambition, the actual fundamental game is okay. Where Star Citizen is just, it has potential to be better than Starfield, but it's just nowhere near it at the moment. The core game breaks and it's too buggy. Performance is too bad. What have I got to do? Talk to the scientist by the tree. I'll try some of these main missions. Can I... my ship. Go to my ship. What would you rate the games? How's No Man's Sky? Oh, I don't know. I never played it. Oh. Day Before isn't... Well, we're definitely getting a game. Day Before's coming out on 7th of December. It's just going to be early access, though. I think it'd be cool. Another Unreal Engine 5 game, at least. But there is going to definitely be a game there. But it's just how bare bones it'll be. I don't know. If it's obviously early access, it obviously needs more time. But then you're kind of buying it. I think it will obviously be cheaper, won't it? You're buying it knowing it's going to be kind of early. What game will I be doing next? I might play a bit more COD tomorrow because I had issues with frame generation working, but I got it working now and there. I had to reinstall COD, so I might try that out again. But I did also want to try out this Unreal Engine 5 game. Is it called The Invincible, I think? I think that's what it's called. It came out end of October. So I'll probably be trying that out at some point in the next couple of days maybe as well.
Probably not hours, though. But no
Definitely doesn't...
guarantees.
Oh, what, day before? I haven't actually really seen... The only trailers I've seen weren't... They were just like some car driving around. It was like not a gameplay trailer. I never really pay much attention to the gameplay trailers though anyway, because I never think games look like them. Like, imagine here, I could just fly onto this planet. Oh my god, we're going to Earth. Oh, not quite. We're going to the moon. Get me on the moon. What are my thoughts on people using... I think it's fine to use it for 1080p. If that's all you're using it for, 1080p, and you never ever play games in any other resolution, in my opinion, it's kind of, unless you're a millionaire, like, it's a little bit of a waste of money. If you're like a professional gamer or something, or like you're a COD pro, fine, but if you have like, I assume you'll have a beefy CPU as well, and all you're playing is like, you're playing Cyberpunk in 1080p, I don't know, it seems like a lot of money to spend to do that. You could buy a cheaper GPU and do that. But if you played COD in 1080p for the frames and then, you know, this game in 4K, then yeah, fine, like, I've done that. If you had like a 1080p 360Hz monitor, I'd play shooters at 1080p to get the frames, you know. But then I play single player games in 4K, like that, I would say that's fine. But if all you're doing is just 1080p, like, you don't, like I say, it's a little bit of a waste of money unless you're a millionaire or something. Like, you don't really need to spend that. Robocop is Unreal Engine 5, yeah. XQC does 1080p, what, on a 4090? Wow, he's a millionaire though. He probably got a 4090 for free as well anyway, so if you're doing that, then yeah, it doesn't really affect you, I guess. But if you're spending $2,000 on a 4090, you probably want to make the most of it rather than do 1080p, but I like most people. Not that there's anything against otherwise, but just me personally, like, that's what I'd do. I want to try and make the most of that amount, you know, that money that I've spent on it. I want to kind of... It's designed to be able to do 4K, so I want to try and use it at that, you know. Make the most of it. Plus, you're missing out on some pretty stunning looking games at 4K as well if you do that.
Spin-up time almost complete. Total time 5 minutes 22 seconds. Right on schedule. How are the helium-3
What games does XQC even play? He was like an Overwatch. Is it pro or? Or he just was in like a team or whatever.
Since we uploaded the last figures yesterday. It's a clean shot from here to Jupiter. One day the computer will be on board the spaceship. Just imagine that. One miracle of science at a time, Canaveral. Counting down. 5, 4.
There's that little sad.
Make the most of it. Longevity. Making the most of it is longevity, so 1080p is better for you. You're not increasing longevity by running it at a lower res. You're still using the GPU.
Should be cruising Jupiter's orbit right now. Visual confirmation will be possible in
If your GPU's on,
32 minutes.
whether it's 1080p or 4K, it's not going to increase the longevity.
How does it feel to break the laws of physics, Canaveral? We're all pretty excited down here in NASA, I won't lie. Excited enough to tell me where you got the original data? Not in a million years.
Oh, you mean frame rates? Got you, yeah, but then my point comes into play of like, why not spend half the amount on a 4080 and you could do the same thing? At 1080p, you're way more CPU bound, so it's going to put way more weight on what CPU you have too, and at 1080p you're just bottlenecking it more with a 4090, so you're actually you're kind of counteracting the longevity of performance. You'd be better off spending half the money on a GPU. Do you see what I mean? Like, I think there's just better ways to do that. He used to be a pro player. Yeah, I can't say that. I know who he is, but I can't say I've ever seen him play a game. Where does he even stream? Does he still stream on Twitch? Yeah, so I mean, to even pull off a rig like that at 1080, like you're going to basically effectively need like a 14900K or whatever to even make that even feasible, which means you're spending like $3,000 probably at least for like that whole build to play 1080p. So like it comes back to my original point of like, unless you have loads of disposable income, like that's kind of crazy, or like you're a pro player or something, like in my opinion, like, I would not want to do that. I would not want to spend that amount of money. For a majority of people, it's probably wouldn't be worth it. There are sure like edge cases, but oh, we're on Earth now, are we? Are we on Earth? Yeah, we are. This is Earth. I know there's some Easter eggs on here. I assume, is this like NASA station or whatever? He buzzed on a new 4090 PC when he switches houses. Yeah, I mean that's... What does he do with the old one? He got 100 million to stream on Kick. Well, yeah, I mean he can get a new 4090 every house then, I guess. Does he just leave the old PC at the house for the next person moving in to have? This looks cool, doesn't it? NASA launch tower, there we go. I'm pretty sure that the Shard, there was like some Shard from London, like monument somewhere. Graphically here, I think this looks really good. We got to go up. There's going to be enemies on here, isn't there? Oh no. He keeps his PCs at the houses. Oh, right.
How terrible it must have been for them to watch others escape while they realized it was over.
What is happening? What's this? That's our self-carbon. Power required. Have we got any power cables? What do we reckon? Oh, what's in there? Thing is, I'm a bit worried. I'm just gonna fall.
Really looks like this one almost made it to launch.
I'm gonna fall through one of the holes and to go all the way down. Do I keep going up, do you reckon? Yeah, I mean, 100 million, that's crazy. I guess that's what I mean. You can kind of do that. Like, you know, I've got nothing against you playing 1080p on a 4090 if you've just got 100 million. I mean, do whatever. You can do whatever you want. You could have multiple 4090s in the same PC, even though you can't SLI them. Screw it, why not? What do we reckon there? I was thinking maybe there's some sort of cable that would, like, give me some sort of clue as to where power might be. Oh. I keep going up. Burns gained. Well, surely power would be at the bottom, wouldn't it? Do we not think power would be at the bottom? We want to go to the top. Oh my gosh. How'd you get up here? What do we reckon? I don't know if there's any way up to the... Oh my god, we're quite high. What do we reckon? I think it's got to be closer, surely. You want to click that, it says power required. Where would that be though? Cables? Follow the cables? There we go. Power cell.
I know now isn't the best time.
Well, that was a lot easier. A lot easier than I thought it was going to be. Looking around on all different levels. Hold F to turn flashlight.
Crew preparation area. I can't imagine how tense and chaotic it must have been.
Launch procedures.
Station log. Dr. Judith Tatien. Station log.
So everyone escaped to Mars, did they, I assume?
4 hours talking to Victor and his team about theoretical metals, atomic bonding, even a half-hour divergence into magnetism that I'm pretty sure was just to throw me off the trail of what we were actually talking about. Then I got to see the lab.
Oh, it's the actual... That's the space station, no?
The periodic table just got thrown out the window.
That looks like the space station, and that's the like pod that landed on the moon, wasn't it? And this is the Mars rover, is it?
I just don't understand where these calculations came from.
There's something wrong with the math? I think it's quite straightforward.
That's not what I'm asking. We've had no success extracting even a sample of material from the object. No explanation for the...
Where are we then? Are we...
motion graph to explain its
We're underground now, right?
I can't even establish a melting point.
You've gone down in the lift.
But you've had me building these prototype colliders for months. And now you want me to pump helium-3 into it based on this equation you've written on a goddamn napkin?
I just need you to trust me.
I'll tell you what I was going to do, actually. I wanted to see the most frames we could get if we went ultra performance.
And you keep coming up with something...
Oh, actually, it's going to be capped at 167, isn't it? Yeah. So it kind of... It proves my point. Anyway, at least, because look at us now. Ultra performance. So we're capped... the GPU usage has come down to 70% in here. From like 80, 85. So we've got a cap at 167.
I'll tell you everything.
I wonder if I can potentially remove that cap in like the game files or something. I know often in Bethesda games it breaks the game, doesn't it? If you do that sometimes.
When you're not busy, let's chat.
So we'd probably be getting over 200 FPS here, I think. We're down to 60%. Power required again. I think I saw... So yeah, that kind of confirms what was going on. We'll switch back to... we could actually check out DLAA, actually. See what that looks like at 4K. I know sometimes it's a little less noticeable at 4K, but... keep it on until we go outside as well, just so we can see, because I don't think we can really tell. VRAM's gone up quite a bit, though. 10 gig now. So, without the upscaling, it's increased our VRAM by about 1.5. Why not 8K? I've tried to play 8K on this before. The game doesn't support it. The game engine doesn't support 8K. Like 8K resolution, so you have to use DSR. That's a long old way down. Okay. Robot. I think I have to fight this thing. Power again. Can't do this in advanced. Get around here. Wow, that's a bit weird. Advanced lock on the door with just the hole around the back. I think it looks a little bit sharper with DLAA. Obviously, you'd expect it to. Definitely going to notice this more at 1080p though. Often can make the image look quite a lot better at the lower reses.
Project log. Dr. Victor Isa.
Project log. Dr. Judith Tatian. I watched the gravjet tests from the moon today. It was the first time we were able to talk to the team at Nova Galactic directly. So many things were under wraps before, but now everyone wants all the publicity they can get. I'm already seeing proposals for
We keep going down.
hundreds of drives, expeditions to Alpha Centauri and beyond. It's also overwhelming and worrying.
I'm just like floating.
Decades before we know what all these side effects of operating a crash drive can be. But
I'm like fully floating. What's?
like a bunch of pioneers racing towards the edges of the frontier without knowing about the grizzly bears in the mountains.
Zero gravity. How do we get in there? Oh my god, you scared the life out of me. Wait, what? Go around in circles. Jubin, thanks for subscribing. Jubin.
I never actually got to visit your labs back when we were working on the Grav Drive project.
I know what I'm seeing, Victor.
My name is Dr. Victor Isa. And if you're listening to this, then you probably already know the truth. I was young when I first headed the retrieval team of an odd gravitational anomaly on Mars. But I kept what really happened that day hidden from everyone.
The physics on the gravity are quite good.
Even she didn't believe me at first. But I have no reason to lie to anyone now, so I hope you'll accept this confession, whoever you are. When I touched the anomaly, I experienced 12 days of lost time.
Wait, I've got to do something else.
Myself. He told me
What happened to him?
since come true. The
I switched it off now.
The tests on the moon, Earth's atmosphere sputtering away because of what we had done. But he also told me about a city thriving on a planet orbiting a distant star. Human culture.
How do we get there now?
Lifestyles evolving and shining brightly across all of space. What price would I be willing to pay for that future? Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe Judith was right and I'm a coward who wants to believe his mistakes are justified. Everyone has forgotten about the real origin of the Grav Drive. This artifact from Mars.
I should be able to get there from here. Oh my god. Oh, it's one of these.
Constellation, we've arrived on the surface of Earth. We need to discuss...
Sheldon, hello, how's it going?
And it looks like other Starborn got here before us. So, you might have company.
Get me out of here. What are they? Robots? Level 30? Oh god.
Come and get it. Had worse.
How do I do my how do I do my special? Does anyone remember?
Any comments? Questions? No?
So yeah, I had it on DLAA. Do you want me to switch it back to quality for now? So you've got DLSS on quality and frame generation on. Get quite a lot more. Well, we max it out again at the 167. I need to get ammo ready. I've got like no ammo. Like my guns don't do anything. They're too high a level. Level 30. I'm not sure what that does. Hey! See, that looks cool, doesn't it? My health, though. My health's a big problem. How did that not heal me at all? What's going on? Why am I not healed? Okay, there we go, there we go. I'm gonna have to sort out some weapon upgrades or something. Because these weapons are not doing it, are they?
Sure. I've got some time to kill.
God, it's another one. Okay, we got that one. I need him to get up to draw some of the fire. Is he healing? Surely I've got better guns than this. I know they're way above my level, but... Where are my guns? Here we go. Damage. I don't know what the damage is. Oh, is that the green thing? Get that. That's 55. Okay, that was a little bit, wasn't it? Let's just get out of here. I've only got 8 bullets. Well, 16, but... Power? No. Look out! Wait, what? I'm stuck down here forever. Lock is too difficult. What? Is this where it ends? What other weapons have we got? How do I put these weapons to my How do I put them to the shortcut? Oh, I can't remember how you do it. No, that's going back down. Right, I mean... Am I going crazy? We've got to do this skills, maybe? How do I do it? What's it under? Lock. Now attempt to hack advanced locks. Boom. Did we actually have to do that? That seems crazy. You're just stuck down here. I'm saving it because we all know how this went last time. God, how do you do these? I forget how you do these. We could do that one on there. Do that on there. Wait. Right, so I feel like this is going to be a 2 thing, isn't it? I'm just going to go for it. Auto slot. There we go. Boom.
Now isn't the best time, but I need
Mitacaccio, I'm not sure what that says. I only understand English. Something to do with DLSS 3. DLSS 3 in Starfield. It is on currently, yeah. Ciao Hano. Ciao Bella. Oh no, not more. I feel like this shotgun might be alright. No ammo. That's not a good start. What was that pistol I had? Whoa, this does damage. Oh, this is the one we already had. No ammo, huh? Yep. Where's the pistol? 65. That's modified shot. We've got that one. Where is it? It was that one. Do some damage with this. Shall I just... I might just make a run for it, huh?
Well, look at what we've got here.
And how some of those shots weren't hitting. Yeah, I mean, I'm not even touching it. I'm gonna have to just run for it. I'm not even... I didn't even do any damage to that guy. Get me out of here. Where have we got to go? Any ammo? I'm gonna run for it. Run for the exit. That'd be cool actually to check out that cyberpunk-like planet. What's it called? Neon. Check that out and maybe sort some of the guns out whilst we're there. That's probably a good shout. I've got to talk to someone. Oh my god, look at that. I think I'm over encumbered, I am. Weapons. Some of these aren't very good. I want to see this ship. Smail, hello. Or is it Ismail? Is this a ship? How far can we see from up here? Guys, make sure to drop a like on the stream if you haven't. See if we can hit 100 likes. We're 32 off. Not far off 100. Might be able to hit that before the end. I don't think I can climb up anymore. It wouldn't let me jetpack. What's that up the top of there? Doesn't let me... Oh, it kind of lets me jetpack a little. Alright, I better go talk to these people. Graphics look really nice here, though. Almost fell down there. Still getting quite bad popping, though. You saw it there on the loading in the textures.
Unlocked the secret of interstellar travel at the cost of Earth.
An easy trade, honestly. Why have one world when you can have all the settled systems?
VRAM's come down a little bit too. From we had about 10 gig with DLAA on.
Assuming we weren't going to lose it anyway.
9 with DLSS and then about 8 at native.
Famine, all the classics.
Don't you see?
Why are they not facing me?
Forced humanity to the stars. They didn't get to make a choice. How many would have chosen Earth? What gave Victor Isa the right to choose for them?
You see the hypocrisy in what the emissary is saying, right? They don't want to rob people of their free will, but then they steal the artifacts for themselves.
In the wrong hands, the power of the artifacts can make anyone a tyrant. That is why we watch over them. The only thing you're watching out for is yourself. Join me, old friend. We can collect the final pieces together.
Oh, no, you don't. You're not his old friend, remember? You're from another universe.
But don't think I'm that far from the end now.
Okay. I couldn't win you over on philosophy. How about pragmatism? I'm more powerful than the emissary. Than any other starborn. And you might not understand why, but I want you to succeed. You've never gotten this far before. I need to see what happens to you.
Thank you.
Well, can't say I didn't try. We'll settle this at the usual place.
That shadow at the in the background's kind of like really throwing me off.
We'll be there.
He's just continually moving.
I'll see you there.
There's no end to this game. This game ends when I say it ends.
You must have questions about what happens next.
Level 29. Where's the spaceship? Right, we'll sort this gun situation out. I'll check out that neon planet because it's not been there yet. I know that can be quite demanding. What planet is it on though? I'm not sure I remember. Could just fast travel, couldn't we? Talk with Barrett. Nah, we don't need to do that, do we? Can I fast travel? Can I fast travel back to the ship? How do I do it? Ah! How do I get that thing up on the screen? Maybe I can't do it. Not that far. Or can I actually just... If I just set a What planet is the neon thing on? I think if I look at it's here. Am I right? I thought I'd recognise the name. I didn't think it's there. Anyone remember? I thought I'd recognise the name. Joe Blogs, yo! For the Alpha is where Neon is. Oh, this one. Oh, I was in the right place, was I? Epsilon. Oh, I was in the right place. Oh, I was. It thinks I'm in combat. I did actually guess right. I thought I recognised that. It thinks I'm in combat for some reason. Blonde, hello. Right, we're back. Okay, now I should be able to fast travel. I think my guy needs some medical assistance as well. Here we go, here we go. Have I had buyer's remorse with the 4090? No. Why would I have that? Has it the Xbox? Yeah. So it's in. It's not official yet. This is still in the beta part of the game. You have to switch to beta in Steam, but I assume you can't do that in Game Pass. So. I think you probably have to wait for the official drivers.
Back off. That's an order.
This looks pretty nice, doesn't it? Not really hitting my frame rate much. I thought maybe we'd see 145-ish, which is what we had in, was it Aquila? But it doesn't seem to dip as badly here. Is there a gun shop?
Hey there. If you have a moment, say hello to my... Let me know if we can make it.
Is this the gun shop or is this just a closed one? Ammo? What ammo do I need? I'm just going to buy it all. I think I recognise these. I've just spent 20,000 on that. Maybe I should check. Check what ammo that I need. Modified shotgun, caseless, so we need caseless. 7.77 caseless.
Just want to say again. Sure, have a look.
Did they fix optimization? Performance overall is better natively, yeah, but I'm using DLSS 3 frame generation right now. But yeah, they've fixed most of the performance even at native. It's a lot better than when it first released. Getting higher frames without DLSS already. And then obviously with DLSS 3 I get crazy high frames. Don't think they've got any of the others that we need. How do I have this detailed overlay? I import a load of settings from HWiNFO into MSI. I think there's actually a proper gunshot, because I don't think that was actually a gunshot, was it? So for example, if I save it, because it's a beta driver, I had it crash for me, messing with frame generation a little bit too much. We could try switch. So if I... so I set this to DLAA, which... So basically, we then only have frame generation on. So we drop down to under 120. About 110 to 120 here. And then without frame generation, I'll switch it off. It might crash. Because it crashed for me earlier doing it mid-game. We'll see what happens. So yeah, 110 to 120 with just frame generation on no upscaling. Still looks decent as well. I don't really think I can even tell with the upscaling. DLSS wise, I don't think it really, at least that quality, it doesn't really affect the quality of the image that much. Now if I switch this off, yeah, don't do it mid-game. So this is a beta. Obviously the beta part of the game, they've got, I think, some issue with when you do that mid-game, it just crashes. So if you are using the beta, I would avoid, just do it from the main menu. Seems to be the better way to do it, and it doesn't crash if you do that. So it should, it's on right now, but if we can switch it off here. So just do it from the menu, don't try and do it mid-game. Awesome stream, man. Wish your channel would grow. Thanks, I appreciate it. Let me just sort the overlay out quick, and then we'll switch. We'll do it with frame generation off, and then we'll switch it back on as well. So this is with 4K native now, so between 80 and 90. So this, we had closer to 60 around this area, didn't we? So they've definitely made some improvements to the game. The core game should play better. Not getting those such aggressive dips anymore, and even frame time's like way more consistent now. It doesn't stutter at all. So that's definitely nice.
Kia. Hey, when you're not busy,
hey there.
Let's chat.
Got the shakes, huh?
Lay it on me.
Don't worry. Doc Manning will fix you up.
Get the doc to sort me out.
Yeah, having some...
Oh my goodness. Another poor soul. Alright. Tell me what happened to you. Is it an Aurora overdose? Something else, perhaps?
Isn't gonna, you know,
can he fix me?
Anyone, right?
You kidding? No one cares if you're addicted to the stuff.
Unfortunately, you see, that means the user. Eventually the dose.
I wanted to just pay for him
You're
to
welcome to take a look, but I'm afraid we're dangerously low on supplies.
sort me out.
If you need help, remember,
I don't think he's going to help me, is he?
Hey, you might want this.
So yeah, that's it with no DLSS or anything. So still decent. But I'm gonna have to return to the game and quit. So go to the main menu to switch it on. I think it should be alright. Oh no, it crashes then as well. Maybe you just have to restart game. I think maybe you have to restart a game whenever you want to change that. I assume that'll get fixed with the official release for it, but that's kind of annoying. But it does that every time. So just make sure you save it before. I think it probably comes up with some message saying you need to restart game, but they just haven't actually implemented it yet. That's probably what it needs. Yeah, so we've got it in 4K here. The render scale's 67% because we've got DLSS quality on. Frame generation on here with everything ultra. I feel like it's a massive grind to rank up in this. Like, how are some of the planets are like level 70, I swear. How are you supposed to get to that level? Was there another gun shop here? Was it this guy?
I've got more than you can handle.
Weapons. We need these. Now, all I need to work out is how you map to the
Doors over that way.
To the shortcuts for the weapons. I don't know how you do it. I forgot what the keybind is. I don't remember what the keybind is. I can't remember what the keybind is. That's really annoying. Anyone else remember? Favorite. Was that a keybind? B. Try and figure out. Oh yeah, it is that. Cheers. Savior. I think I've actually got the guns that I want. I don't think it's messed. I don't think me selecting all those guns has messed it up. Actually, you know what? While I'm here, I want to go to the club, you know? Which way is it?
I'm not.
How's the input lag? You won't. There's none. None, at least, that I can feel. We've got about 80 to 90 FPS before we switch frame generation on, so I don't think you're going to notice it.
You're out there a lot, right?
Our frame rate is well above 60. So I don't think you're going to have any problems with input latency.
Chaos. Hey, when you're not busy,
here we go.
Let's chat.
Notice our FPS dropped quite a bit in here, though.
Having fun?
It's party time! Get some and have fun! Hi! Having fun?
vibes.
Have something for you.
Lighting's really cool in there. Even on the stairs here, it's quite nice.
You're in the Vanguard, right?
Modern Warfare 3. Yeah, you're going to notice it more on that because it's just, obviously it's so much faster paced. I haven't actually really been able to use it. I've used it on campaign, but I had an issue with it. Just kept crashing my game. I think I fixed it now. I had to reinstall COD. So I might maybe try DLSS 3 out in COD tomorrow. And see what it feels like. I didn't notice it giving you any crazy amount of frames though. Only maybe gives me like 10 to 20 FPS more, like max. It's not really very much. But I wouldn't say it's really worth it in that game. For a shooter like that, I don't really want to add any latency, you know? Because I played it in the finals as well, which is quite obviously a fast-paced like shooter game, and you got more FPS with it than in COD, but I didn't feel any latency there either. Where have we got to go? I'm saying though, unless you're measuring it in game, it's very hard to actually really tell in a lot of cases. Only time I've really been able to tell for sure is when we're running like 20 to 30 FPS before switching frame generation on. Like then you can tell, you can feel it, you know. Anything outside of that, unless you're measuring it, it's probably like really hard to tell. So with COD tomorrow, I could probably check it on the NVIDIA overlay as well, because you can check latency on that. Keep on rocking, bro. I'd love to watch your content. Thanks, I appreciate it. Oh, we got to go back to these guys. United Nations.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking for you. Sounds like he's got more work.
Hey. Why is there a plant on the floor?
Captain, would you like to finish your briefing on the ambassadors? Official line is that you're to negotiate with her. Use your charm and personal narrative to sway her to our cause. My suggestion is to access the listening device in her quarters to get leverage on her and don't get caught doing it. She's also got a staff member that might be more sympathetic to helping us. Do with that information what you will. Ambassador Balmore's a challenge. When the rest of House Varun retreated into seclusion shortly after the signing of the armistice, Balmore stayed here. He's since lent his support to a small number of archival requests, so there's real hope he might again. Though claiming to know how a member of House Varun thinks is a quick way to earn yourself a psych eval. It does, but there's a concern. We're not 100% sure Balmore's actually still alive. His public appearances were always rare, but it's been several years now since he last poked his head out. Scans of the facility show life signs, but not the kind we were expecting. Your task is to find him and kindly but firmly remind him of his duties under the armistice. I have no doubt. Now, the embassy front door isn't an option, but our spies have stated there's a side entrance that should allow you access. Here, this device should get you all the way down to the embassy interior. Once you're inside, though, finding the ambassador is going to be up to you. And fair warning, we received a report that alarms might have been tripped inside the embassy during the attacks. Watch out for automated security in there. Now, if you have additional questions or require clearance for a new approach we haven't already discussed, don't hesitate to ask. I'd suggest you start with Ambassador Radcliffe. Approach her while the... Be smart out there, Captain.
Right. I'm gonna have to end it there, unfortunately, guys. Need to go and get some stuff done. I'll be back on tomorrow, like I say. Maybe I'll try COD out again for a little bit with the 4090 and actually use it with frame generation now that I've got that fixed. Just to check that out, because we didn't really get to have a proper look at that. But yeah, I'll probably try and be on about a similar time tomorrow, I think, because I don't think there's any football on, is there? But yeah, hope you guys have a good evening. I'll catch you tomorrow. If you're around then, it'd be good to have you in here. And I'll see you later.